Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have another cash envelope stuffing for you guys. And actually, I have both of my cats right here because I have the window open. It's actually kind of nice because now that we're almost into September, the weather is starting to get cooler and I'm all about that. Granted, I barely go outside and do anything anymore because I'm always at work. But, you know, anything that gets us closer to fall is okay in my book. So, let's get started. First of all, with change. And only 1/4 this time, surprisingly. But look at that, I got a couple of shiny pennies. So it's kind of nice. All right, so that's done. Okay. The only thing I have left in here is $20 in my pets envelope, and that's because I forgot to buy the pine pellets for my cats. So actually, I've been trying for quite a while to make that work, and one of my cats, Baki, the younger one who's sitting right here, just is not a fan. And honestly, I'm gonna go back to regular litter. I think it was a nice try as far as trying the pine pellets, but you know, it's definitely easier to just use litter. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, he's very persnickety about the litter boxes. And if it's not just right, he'll poop outside. So I'm not even kidding when I say I've come home and there's been like poop in like 4 different spots. So that's not fun at all. Anyways, probably TMI for you guys, but it's real life. So, anyways, let me grab my month ahead envelope and we'll just start pulling from that. So, I'm going to start with groceries like I always do. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And actually, I had a mishap this week. I almost couldn't make it into work. And I try not to ever miss work, A, because at some point I would like to get promoted. And B, I try to use every opportunity I can to, you know, learn, and I find that putting myself in difficult work situations helps me to grow, even though I hate it. So, yeah. But, I can't remember my train of thought with that. Yeah, I can't remember at this point. That's how little sleep I've gotten. But anyways, oh no, I do remember. Sorry. So, I don't know who did the wiring in my house, but the best way I can describe it is that it was somebody who probably was blind, or, you know, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like the dude, person, whoever definitely jacked something up, because the outlet in the basement that my second refrigerator is plugged into, when that like goes off, I have to run all the way upstairs to my bathrooms and I have to reset those outlets in order to reset the one that's in the basement. So again, only way I can describe it is probably like was done by Stevie Wonder, but I don't know. So I had to basically rush and get all of the food out of my second freezer and shove it in my primary freezer. And I'm not happy about it because I had the same thing happen to me last year. So I don't know what's going on with that, but for now, till I get that figured out, I'm going to have to pump the brakes on buying spinach. And it's kind of sad because you guys know, if you watch my grocery hauls, I like to buy like 12 packs of spinach at a time. So, anyways, I digress. It's just annoying to... All right, so for gas, we're doing 50. And one other thing that I want to mention is that this week they did power washing on everybody's condos. And I had something happen last year where one of the maintenance guys used my hose hookup he used mine for everybody's condo. And at least in my, my little section chunk of condos, whatever you want to call it. And I was so mad because my water bill ended up being like $130. And I usually only pay $50. So I was super pissed. So what I did was I actually shut off the water after they did the front of my condo. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. Like, don't power wash the back of my condo because I don't want you to have my water bill go up again. So these are the kinds of things that are absolute pains in the ass that I feel like you got to do in order to save the moolah, It'd be like that. Excuse me. Okay, so enough of that. It's just me griping about, money related stuff. But my dad is the one that taught me that everything counts as a whole. So I just like to share that because you have to be willing to be a pain in the ass in order to actually save your money. So, as far as pets, my cats have enough food for like the next 3.5 months. So, that being said, I'm going to buy like $40 worth of litter. This is only going to end up being like 1 or 2 boxes worth. But, I'm not going to have to lift 40 pounds every time. I'm not going to have to go to like some special place and whatever. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really happy, about having to raise that part of my budget. But what can you do, right? It's life, and it's what happens. It'd be like that. So, I'm going to put the rest of this away. Hello. Okay, there we go. Couldn't get my finger in there. So something else that I've been doing is, in addition to changing my diet, I have also been kind of changing, when I spend. And I said when, not what. So what I spend is virtually the same. When I spend is different. And not to drag this video out longer than it needs to be, but basically, if I can have stuff get delivered to my house and it's cheaper, even if it's a couple bucks, I'm going to do it. So perfect example is my cat's food. Before I would have to drive like a half hour each way to the vet's office. And I was kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone because I was paying off my bill from when my cat had surgery last year. And then at the same time, I was buying their food there. But, you know, I'm tired of it. I really am. And I'm fine with buying stuff off of like Chewy. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you have to figure out if you want to use cash for everything, or if you're willing to use cash for some stuff and use, you know, your debit, credit card, whatever for other stuff. I don't use credit cards anymore. I strictly use cash and a debit card on purpose, because if I don't have the money, I cannot spend anything. So that's just a personal preference. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I know it's very short and sweet, and that's what a lot of these videos have become. But I just, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of how things have had to be. One other thing that I do want to do, though, is I want to contribute to my cash emergency fund. So I've said this in previous videos, but I do have an emergency fund in my accounts, but I want to have one that's also cash as a backup. So I'm just going to add 20 bucks to this, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, when you do that however many weeks, it starts to add up. So let's see where we're at now. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. So $94 in emergency. And actually, I didn't really have to pull from my month ahead for my cat's envelope this week, because if I remember correctly, I still have a decent, probably not a lot, but I still have some, yeah, I still have quite a bit left in their envelope. So all of this is going to be devoted to litter now. Unless I just decide that I don't care and I'm going to continue with the pine pellets. I don't know. I like the idea of spending less money on stuff that I need, but at the same time, it requires more effort. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But anyways, struggle bus. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I will have already worked basically all of my on-call weeks by the end of September, I'm going to try to pick up a couple more and like beg my coworkers, just be like, hey, like, can I steal a week from you? Because you don't really want to do this, and I'm willing to do it because I like money. So I'm going to see if I can do Thanksgiving, because we get more money if we do on-call, like, on holiday weeks. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I think not next week's paycheck, but the one after should be pretty nice. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.